So as Sharon mentioned, I represent minor hotels, of which one of our brands is Anantara Hotels, Resorts and Spas, which is our 5-star luxury brand. So today, and very briefly, I am going to cover 2 hotels in Thailand and a train carriage in Vietnam, just to mix it up a little bit. But let's start whilst we are in the bingo frame of mind. So there we go. So without further ado, eyes down for our first number. This is Droopy Draws, all the fours, 44. And this is the number of Anantara hotels that we have around the world. Okay, so let us start with one of my faves, which is the Anantara Golden Triangle Elephant Camp and Resort. It's right up north in Chiang Rai. And the resort is actually perched on a ridge overlooking the borders with Myanmar and Laos. You're surrounded by 160 acres of jungle, rice paddies and grassland. You can really immerse yourself in many once-in-a-lifetime experiences, including learning more about our rescued elephants that we support and care for, along with their mahouts and their families. And then eyes down for Valentine's Day, 1 and 4, 14 and 1400 is the usual check-in time for our hotels. Bear with, the links could get ever more tenuous. Now, when you stay at this hotel, you book it on a discovery package, which is inclusive of all the points that I've listed, but breakfast would be in our main restaurant, lunch and dinner, whichever of the 3 restaurants that your guests would prefer. An amazing Italian restaurant. Our Thai food, as you'd expect, is delicious. Guests are also very welcome to enjoy in-room dining for any of the meals. They can sit out on their balcony and just soak up the views. Activity-wise, so it's 1 activity per person for each night, but if you want to do more, then you can. The absolute must-do is our signature experience, which is walking with giants. And so this is where you'll journey into the jungle with our elephants and their mahouts on their daily walk, and you just watch the elephants kind of splash in the river or play in the mud. And obviously, we don't allow any form of elephant riding. Okay, here we go. Baker's Bun. I really enjoyed looking at these numbers, by the way. Baker's Bun, 6 and 1, 61. We're a boutique property, and this handily is the total number of rooms, suites and family suites that we have in the Golden Triangle Resort. All of the rooms have got balconies. They all enjoy a 3-country view. And it really is just an amazing experience to sit out on your balcony. You can watch the mist rise early in the morning, and you can see the elephants in the distance just grazing. And obviously you've got a clear view of the Mekong and Myanmar and Laos. Actually, and this is for all Anantaras, if you go on our website, then there's loads more information. There's 360 virtual tours. If you go into a specific hotel, scroll to the bottom, you can download a fact sheet. So if you want to know configuration of rooms or villas, how many it sleeps, etc., it's all there. Okay, very quickly, I just want to tell you about our latest activity at the Golden Triangle, and these are our jungle bubbles. So we only launched them in December last year, but they've had so much coverage. You know, they were very popular before lockdown. We had a few families stay, couples, but they're a real standout experience. And they are classed as an experience because you need to keep your room in the resort. You would enter at dusk and then you leave the next morning. And it's a real bucket list dream to spend a night just watching and listening to the elephants that are just all roaming freely around. So as you can see, we've got 2 of these pods. They each sleep 2 people. You don't overlook one another. They're fully furnished, air conditioning. You've got a lovely king-size bed, seating area, ensuite bathroom. There's no light pollution. Just watch the stars come out and listen to the Ellies, who actually turn out to be quite noisy. They only sleep 2 to 4 hours a night and they snore. So since we've launched them, you know, as I say, they've had a lot of coverage, and I would thoroughly recommend pre-booking. So 2 takeaways for this resort. We're off the beaten track and it's an exclusive boutique resort with only 61 rooms set in 160 acres of jungle, so privacy is assured. And we offer many unique once-in-a-lifetime experiences, in particular my current fave, the jungle bubbles. Right, moving on. We are going to take a short 2-hour flight to the island of Phuket, where I am delighted to introduce Anantara My Cow Phuket Villas. And by the way, all of our Thailand hotels are SHA certified. So let's have a look. On the map here, you can see that we're at the very northern tip of the island. So our location is actually quite similar to Khao Lak, but we're only a 15-minute drive from the airport. So it's a really nice short transfer, which is brilliant if you've already enjoyed a trip to northern Thailand, for example. Our location is really a key selling point. You can see from the beach, we're set right on Mai Khao Beach, which is Phuket's longest beach. It's backed by a national park. You still get turtles that nest on the beach, and it has a really lovely, unspoilt feel to it. And that brings us to 4 and 7, 47. And as I mentioned, Mai Khao is famous for its nesting turtles. And did you know a resting or sleeping turtle can remain underwater from 4 to 7 hours? Okay, so in the current climate especially, one of the key advantages of the resort is our 91 villas. They've all got private pools. So the resort actually, it's set in a large area of land, so it's very spacious, and it's actually recently renovated last year. And what you're seeing here is our lead-in pool villas. So the pool villa and the lagoon villas, both identical inside and out. The core difference is the location. So either you have a garden view or you have a lagoon view. As you can see, you've got a really nice, decent sized private pool here. And outside, we've got a really nice deck area with a covered pavilion, or sala, as we'd call it in Thailand. You've got some sofas to relax on. You've got a wine fridge. You can easily spend all day in your villa. It's very private, very secluded, makes you feel like you're away from everyone else when you're there. Bedroom area, very large and spacious, floor to ceiling windows that open out entirely, making it very easy to just step into your pool. The resort works very well for both honeymooners and families because the villas are so secluded and separate, and they all take minimum 2 adults and 2 children. In terms of the pool, this is our main pool. It's really lovely and large. This is just one area of it. And because each villa has its own pool, the main one is never very busy. We've got a pool bar at the far end where you can enjoy drinks and snacks, and those sofa beds, I can tell you, are very comfortable. And during the day, you brought lots of fresh fruit and everything around to enjoy. All the rest of the facilities are as you would expect in a 5-star luxury beach resort, including your non-motorized water sports. I did just want to highlight, I won't go back, but I wanted to mention Spice Spoons, which is our cookery class that all the Anantaras offer. Very popular, especially the Thailand ones. So you'll cook 5 to 6 different Thai dishes alongside the chef, and it ends up being a huge meal. So I'd happily forego breakfast if I was doing a Spice Spoons cookery class. Dining wise, lots of options within the resort. Seafire Salt is our signature restaurant. It's set near the pool, serves really yummy seafood. We also have a salt guru. Dine by Design is something that we offer in all of our properties. So that's bespoke dining anywhere within the resort, private dinner. Treehouse I love. So you reach this by a spiral staircase that's wrapped around this old banyan tree. It's a really nice spot for afternoon tea or evening cocktails. The sunset's amazing. You can also see the evening torch light ceremony around the resort as well from there. And if you do choose to dine there, it's Thai or Middle Eastern food. Then we've got La Sala down here, and this is where we serve breakfast or lunch. It's set alongside the lagoon. So here you can see one of our fruit boats. So again, choice of dining here is Thai or Indian, which is very nice. So 2 key takeaways of this resort: quiet location on an easy to access island. You know, you can fly direct to Phuket as well, and it's an all villa property. Therefore, you are ensuring maximum privacy. Okay, we're hopping away very quickly from Thailand to Vietnam. And this is our newly launched Viatage. So we launched this train carriage, I guess, 1st of July was its first journey, developed by Anantara. And it's essentially, we developed it to link two of our properties in Vietnam. So the Anantara Hoi An and the Anantara Quy Nhon villas. So what we've done is custom designed a train carriage. It's only space for 12 people on board, and it's a really unique Vietnamese luxury travel experience for our guests. You don't have to stay at either of our resorts. You know, it's open for anybody to book and enjoy. All the DMCs have got our rates, and similarly so have our tour operator partners. Now, the actual carriage itself, it's very modern, big picture windows, very large, comfy seats. We've got a sit-up bar that offers a bit of a change of scenery and the chance to enjoy local craft beers, wines, snacks, just before you enjoy your main culinary experience. So the journey itself is 6 hours. So you will enjoy a 3-course meal that you pre-order. It's free flow, wine, beer, soft drinks, bar snacks. It includes a 30-minute head and shoulder treatment in our spa treatment chairs. You can just enjoy the scenery as you go by. You'll pass local villages, countryside, and you also stop at a few local stations on the way. So the train actually leaves Da Nang, which is obviously very close to Hoi An. So it leaves at 9:30 in the morning, arriving into Quy Nhon at 3:45 in the afternoon. Or you can leave Quy Nhon at 5:30 in the evening, getting back into Da Nang at 11 p.m. And the train runs year-round, with the exception of 1 month when it's the Vietnamese Tet holidays. Now, Hoi An, I imagine everyone is very familiar with. It very much deserves its reputation as a cultural hotspot. However, Quy Nhon is perhaps not as well known. You can actually fly direct to Quy Nhon from either Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh. It takes about 40 minutes. And Quy Nhon's origins actually stretch back to the 11th century Champa culture. And there are some incredible temples and ruins that you can visit. They're not cordoned off or anything. They're free to see. It's quite a unique experience. So our last bingo number, I give you, I don't actually know why I'm giving you this, but I give you that famous street in Manhattan, Winnie the Pooh, 4 and 2, 42. And that is the length of Quy Nhon's coastline. So very lastly, just to highlight our 2 properties. So Anantara Hoi An, it's a lovely 94-room resort. It's located right on the riverbank. It's incredibly centrally located. You can walk everywhere from here. And then Anantara Quy Nhon Villas, just 26 private pool villas. The resort includes our signature restaurant, Seafire Salt. It also has the most incredible spa and wellness facilities, which are kind of all surrounded by the jungle. It really is the most stunning property. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is it. If I can be of any assistance for any of our hotels, for any of the minor brands, then I'm here. I very much appreciate your support. Thank you so much for listening. Thanks again, Sharon and Parta, and I will now hand you back. Thanks a lot.